Hi, and welcome to the video series on Twitter Business Magic. In this particular video series, you're going to learn how to use Twitter to rank higher on the search engines for your blog, for your website, for your landing page, or basically whatever you're trying to get ranked inside of Google or any other search engine. Now, we're not actually going to dive into using Twitter per se, but we're using Twitter in a way to get ranked higher so that you can get the traffic that you need for your business. Now, before I get started and dive into the first video, I want to give you a brief overview of what we're going to discuss. This video series is made up of 6 videos. The first video, of course, is this particular video, and I'm giving you a quick overview, and after I go over this quick overview, I'm going to show you what you're going to need as far as tools, what you're going to need to understand before you actually dive into creating or implementing this system. So that's just in a minute. But first I want to talk about the videos themselves. Then in video 2, we're going to talk about keyword research. Now, I didn't really talk a lot about, what the videos were going to be about on the sales letter because, it would give it away. But now that you've actually purchased this video product, let's talk about it. So video 2, okay, if you think about it, when you want to rank in Google, you're going to need to rank on a specific keyword phrase, right? Well, for video 2, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to find keyword phrases, long tail keyword phrases that we want to rank on. And then once you have that information, you can go ahead and implement the other parts of the system and rank on that specific keyword. So video 2 is all about keyword research using free keyword tools that I'm going to point you to. In fact, these are all free. You don't have to whip up your credit card. Video 3 is about tweeting. Tweeting, as is the act of sending a 140 character message in Twitter. Now, a lot of people tend to make the mistake with tweeting is to go in, create a twitter.com account and start tweeting these promotional offers to their Twitter followers before they've actually built rapport or a relationship with their Twitter followers. So with tweeting here, what we're going to do in video 3 is once you get that keyword phrase, you will want to tweet that keyword phrase plus whatever you're trying to promote, your blog, your site, your landing page, whatever. Once you have done that, you can move on to video 4, which is content. As you know, content is key. Content is the lifeblood, besides keywords, of course, as far as most online businesses go. Content is what builds a relationship with your prospects before they actually become your customers. So in video 4, I'm going to talk about articles. You're going to need to create 2 to 3 articles, depending on what you want to do. You can create 2 articles, 2 different articles if you want. You can create 3 articles if you want. It depends on you. Remember, these articles are not long either, and I'm going to go into that later on. What you do is you submit that article to sites that are seen by Google and other search engines as high authority sites. If you submit your content to these high authority sites, you're getting high authority backlinks back to your site. Remember, Twitter has such a high page rank that initially once you do a tweet, you're going to get indexed into Google within less than 24 hours. But the key with video 4 is to get you ranked higher. So content is key. Submitting content, articles, very short articles to Easing Articles, Squidoo, and other sites similar to that. If you know of any others, you could create 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 articles if you have the time. Then in video 5 is about marketing and how to boost your search engine optimization rank, your SEO rank. Basically how to optimize your website as far as, getting backlinks and things like that. Now with that, we're going to use social bookmarking because that's the quickest way to get indexed into Google. But not only that, you get more high authority backlinks to your site. Now, as you can see here, you're starting to see a pattern. What we're getting is high authority backlinks to your site. Then in video 6, I kind of dive in a little more depth on how to increase the response of your followers. For example, how to build that relationship with your followers before you promote to them. And actually video 6 is about just adding video to your Twitter page, which not many people do. And if you do that, you can definitely build credibility, build your reputation, and it kind of makes it more interesting, your page, that people actually want to learn more about you. So now that I have given you a quick overview, let's talk about the first video. What do you need? Well, you're going to need some tools, and you're going to need to understand some basic concepts, which most of what I've explained earlier are the basic concepts. So I'm just going to focus on what you need. So you need several things. There's nothing hard about it. First, you're going to need a keyword tool. Don't worry, I'm going to point you to the keyword tools that you're going to need to use. You're going to need a Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter account right now, I want you to go to twitter.com and sign up for an account. Doesn't take long. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes. And especially filling out your profile, it really does not take that long of a time. Third, you're going to need keyword phrases. Of course, when we do our keyword research, we'll figure that out. Content. You're going to need articles, good content that people will be so amazed by. Maybe content that people pay for, that, because think about it. Let's say, for example, that I'm doing my taxes and I'm frustrated. I don't know exactly what to do in a specific thing. Or maybe I don't know a specific thing about taxes, but there's a guy who I normally may pay money to find out this information, and I found out that information. Of course, there's legal disclaimers involved in there, but you get what I'm saying. Content that people can pay for, but give it away for free. Because remember, this content is bringing people back to your site. So it's basically pre-selling them and an act of soft selling them and getting them back to your site. So when they get to your site, they're pretty much sold, you've gained their trust, and they want more. And of course, you're going to need the internet, of course. Basic concepts, the last thing, is how to get ranked quickly and drive targeted prospects to your landing page. So now that you have learned that this is really a video series about how to use Twitter to get ranked in the search engines quickly. And as you saw earlier with the videos, that a lot of which we're working with getting high authority backlinks from sites that Google sees as valuable. Because if you do that, just following this basic video series, I don't think it should take you more than an hour. I mean, it could take you less. It might take you an hour. But if it does take you an hour, don't worry. If it does take you 2 hours, don't worry. I mean, the whole thing is that you've got to implement this immediately after watching this video. Now, with that said, what I'm going to do now is go ahead and move on to video 2, and we'll talk about keyword research. So as we're moving on to that video, I want you to think a few things, just about maybe sit down for a few minutes, think what kind of keywords you want to rank on, what kind of keywords would bring quality traffic to your site. And let's move on to video 2.